All he did was take a crap ton of drugs, get jacked, dance around, and die. And now he's everybody's idol. Yeah, he probably abused PDs and probably abused rec drugs. But Coach Greg, and today it's about Zyzz, or Zyzz. Before the talk, before the gram, before even YouTube got popular, there was Zyzz. He started everything. He was the god of aesthetics. But who was he really, and what led to his being taken from us at such an early age? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk all about Zyzz. What did he mean to the fitness industry? How come he's living on so much to this day? And what can you learn from him? Is he in fact an idol that we should look up and try to emulate? Or the opposite? Well, people have mixed opinions. This video has been requested for a long time, but frankly, I never knew enough about him to do the video. I knew a little bit, but not enough to make a quality video. So I've been doing a ton of research to find out everything about this guy. The more I researched him, the more I liked him. More and more with each and every video. And it's easy for me to see just why so many people love this guy. Well, Zyzz, he was a smart kid, the nerdy type, skinny, oftentimes being bullied, not very good at sports. People made fun of him. How many people can relate to that? Most people can relate to being bullied, having a hard time fitting in, not knowing how to act, behave, and just wanting to be accepted in this world. So what did Zyzz do? Took up the gym, decided to get jacked, get aesthetic. Build some muscle, some chesticles, biceps, and so on. Did he in fact do it natural? No, he didn't do it natural at all. You see his before and after transformation. People said, do a natty or not on this guy. He's obviously not natty. Not a natty at all. He admittedly is not on PDs. Ask him and Chest Bra. Ask his bro. They know he wasn't natural. And so a lot of people made fun of him. Oh, you're on PDs, you're on steroids, probably GH, whatever. He's like, so, you mad, brah? Who cares? You mad? He stopped giving a shit. So he put on a persona. The persona of, I don't care what you say or do. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be my authentic self. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Rather than being nervous, intimidated, afraid to be myself, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna dance around at raves. I'm gonna party it up and have a good time. Not gonna be intimidated. Not gonna sit back quietly and be afraid to be myself. I'm gonna act the way I want to be. I can totally relate to this. I remember being younger, being nervous, being afraid to be who you are. One day I said, I'm just not gonna give a shit. I'm gonna go and do that presentation in front of the class. I'm gonna act silly, act weird. I wanna act weird and be silly. I'm not gonna care if they make fun of me. They're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna tease me. So what? I don't care. As soon as I did that, life got better. Stopped worrying about what people think. Zyzz, same way. Shy, nervous, intimidated. And then he decided one day, I'm just not gonna be like that anymore. I'm gonna start being myself, being who I wanna be. So many people criticize him and say, don't look up to this guy. He'd go to raves, parties, doing PDs, and probably taking rec drugs, I would assume. What do you think people do at friggin' raves and so on? But does that mean we can't look up to him and his message and not idolize him? No, of course not. He admits he made mistakes. We all make mistakes. We do things we shouldn't do. That makes us human. Name one person on this earth that's never sinned, that's never done anything wrong. That's what makes us all the same. The one thing that makes us all the same is none of us are perfect. We all have flaws. Zyzz had flaws, but he was doing his best to fit in, to create a positive message. But he would make videos. You mean, bro, you mad? And then when he went out in public, people think he's an idiot. Try to start fights with him, treating them like shit. Not all the times is being famous a good thing. Sometimes it's cool. Can I have a picture with you? Oh, this is fun. But if they start making fun of you for dancing around, having a good time, flexing, playing around, and being a goofy guy, it can get to you. And so just because Zyzz had the persona, the personality of not caring, he probably cared deep down on the inside. It's one thing to present one image all the time, but we all have certain ways we act in different areas. People meet me oftentimes and they're like, why aren't you screaming? Why aren't you? Well, I do videos and I talk a certain way. It doesn't mean I'm always trying to scream and argue. And so do I know what it's like to be Zyzz? A little bit. And as he said, there is a Zyzz in all of us, and there most certainly is a Zyzz inside of me. That shy, intimidated kid that wants to come out and be the person that he was truly meant to be, his authentic self, that's me, a Zyzz, trying to act the way I want. My friends know I want to dance around as a circle. I am a friggin' circle. I identify as a circle. And so what? So what if I want to be different, to act weird, to say weird things, to be judged as a weirdo? I don't care. But do I really not care? Well, I care a little bit. It's not comfortable, but I tell myself, don't care. Just don't. Don't worry about it. People have a very hard time being themselves. People are all acting the way they think others want them to act, not acting the way they personally want to act. Everyone wants to fit in. Everyone wants to be cool. So when I think of Zyzz, I think of this shy teenager that had enough. That said, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to have the courage to be myself. I'm going to get the body I want. I'm going to have fun. And perhaps he would have some regrets if he could redo it. Maybe he wouldn't have taken those PDs. Maybe he wouldn't have partied so much. And maybe he'd still be with us to this point. But just because he made those mistakes doesn't mean we can't idolize and look up to him and follow his message. We all have a little bit of Zyzz in us. The ability to be our authentic self. If there's one thing I want people to remember from Zyzz, it's not flexing. It's not saying, are you mad, bro? It's not, are you Marin? It's not the catchy slogans. It's the fact that he had the courage to do what he wanted to do and be his authentic self. To come out of his shell and be who he truly wanted to be. Not saying you should go out there and abuse PDs to get an aesthetic physique. I'm sure if he was alive to this day, he would say the same thing. But he would encourage you to go to the gym and train, to improve yourself, to be the best version of yourself, and to not be shy and intimidated. To go out and join that gym class, even if people are going to make fun of you. To try out for that basketball team that I was too scared to try out for in grade 6 because I didn't think I'd make the team. The courage to try. When I got older, I took that courage. So what have some people said about him? Guy died years ago and not a day goes by without someone talking about him. He's a living legend, changed the fitness industry. Absolutely. But in response to that, how and why? All he did was take a crap ton of drugs, get jacked, dance around, and die. And now he's everybody's idol. And so it's a great counter argument. Yeah, he probably abused PDs and probably abused rec drugs. But does that mean he can't be idolized? I'm a former criminal. Does that mean I can't give a positive message now? If you made one mistake in your past, does that mean forever you can never say anything good ever again? To some people, yes, that's exactly right. To some people, yeah, you're a horrible person for the rest of your life. But is there a single person on this planet who has never sinned, never in their life? So he's your role model idol? To be honest, I think he took it to the extreme. He could have become a better version of himself without drug abuse, but he wanted to look too good out of too much vanity and insecurity. And now look where it ended him, 6 feet under. That's something we can all learn from. We absolutely can all learn from this. I don't think that if Zyzz were here to this day, he would be encouraging people to abuse PEDs and party to the extreme. Would he want you to be the best version of yourself? Of course he would. He would want you to be your most authentic self, but not to take it too far. When we're young, we often make mistakes, and as we get older, we get wiser. I abused PDs for 10 years. Abusive doses. Not lying about this. But do I do it now? No. We can learn from that. And so just because I've abused PDs and I tell people not to abuse them, doesn't mean those people should say, you shouldn't listen to Coach Greg because look what he used to do. Yeah, used to do, but what message am I saying right now? And so what do I think? I think that Zyzz played a character. I think when he got in front of the camera, he acted up a little bit more than what he really was. When the camera's on you, sometimes you just up your energy a little bit more, just a little bit more. Would he be always like that? Always dancing around, acting crazy? No, but sometimes he was. And what do we remember most? We remember the most significant moments, the things that come to mind the most. When you're at a rave, dancing, partying, acting crazy? Of course you're going to remember that. You're not going to remember when he's sitting down, relaxing, talking with his friends. So you remember the guy being obsessed with looking cool, being aesthetics, and making cool sayings, cool words. But you don't remember that he had a personal life as well, when the camera wasn't rolling, that he was in fact shy, nervous, intimidated on the inside. But just because you feel that way doesn't mean you always need to let it hold you back. You don't have to go to the extreme of Zyzz. There's a little bit of Zyzz in all of us. We don't all have to be Zyzz, but can't we copy some of it? Can't we take the good from him, learn from the bad, and be the best versions of ourselves? Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Please watch the Bloops. Harder Than Last Time supplements. Also the training books, cookbooks, coaching plans. Me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I'm out. Anyone notice I shaved my head? Did you notice? Chesticles, shave head. I'm out.